Settling is not an option for me. Everything I desire is already mine. What if you can have it all? Because every day is for the girls.
Hello. Welcome back to another episode of For the Girls. I'm your host, Victoria Alario. And today we're talking about undercover haters. This episode is for the girls who have undercover haters in their lives. And I used to have them. I'll share a little story time in this episode talking about friends that I've had in the past who were those secret haters. But luckily, it is not something that I have dealt with in quite a while. I think that that comes with age and maturity, of course. But it's still a very relevant topic because I keep seeing this online. I don't know. I must have engaged with something because now I feel like it constantly comes up on my For You page talking about like who you should share your good news with, who you should not. I always hear these girls telling story times. They'll have like a 3-part story about their friend who like secretly hated them, all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, you know what? Let's talk about it because I could speak about it from a place of experience. And I think that a lot of girls need to hear this. So let's start by defining what an undercover hater even is, even though it's clear, it's exactly what it sounds like, but it's exactly that. It's a secret hater. It is someone who poses as a friend, but secretly, you guessed it, hates ya. It's these people who act like they are a friend, but then they're clearly very shady toward you. They clearly have some sort of resentment toward you. Even when you're like, I have no idea. Like, I have no idea what I did. Like, you don't even have a guilty conscience. You're like, I literally can't even think of what the problem stems from. They're the type of friend that will spend time with you, who will come around, who will talk to you, who will hang out with you. But then when they do, they make you feel super uncomfortable, even being in their presence, especially in group settings. That's the worst. Again, been there, done that. They try to embarrass you in front of other people, especially boys if you're younger. And if, say you get attention from guys and they don't, oof, that's no good. They're going to be pulling out all the stops. They're going to bring up anything and everything that they can to get under your skin, to make people laugh at you, to embarrass you. They have some weird jealousy thing toward you. But one, like I said, you don't know why. And two, they would never admit it. So you can't really like call them out. You're because it's like they would never turn around and say, "You're right, I'm jealous of you." That's like step one of jealousy is that they're not going to admit that. So you don't really know what to do about it. And you also don't even know where it's coming from. You're like, I don't know if you hate me, if you're obsessed with me, if you're in love with me, if you want to be me or want to be with me. Like I can't figure out the issue here. um it's clear that there's an issue, but it's not clear why. So that's why I say undercover, because it's like this isn't out right in front of your face. It's typically something that they do subliminally, something that's hidden. It's especially obvious when, excuse me, it's especially obvious when they try to hide this jealousy behind sarcasm or jokes. And then they make these like jokes that clearly have some truth to them. And then maybe you get defensive, or maybe you're like, what the fuck? Like, what was that about? And they're like, oh, I was just kidding. Relax. Like, they try to, just play it off, play it cool. They're like, oh my God, don't make such a big deal. It's just a joke. Take a joke. They make it like you don't know how to take a joke. And you're like, no, I know how to take a joke, but that wasn't actually funny. Like that wasn't a joke. The other thing that they do is the backhanded compliments. We'll talk about that too in a minute. I want to get into that because that's a very big thing. Um, but going back to the jealousy of it all, I truly believe that jealousy is the root of all evil. I do have a podcast episode titled "Jealousy is the Root of All Evil." It was a guest episode. If you go back in the episodes and search jealousy, it'll come right up. Um, I really do. Like people, you never hear that as a saying. It's always money is the root of all evil and whatever. No, no, no. Jealousy is the root of all evil. Jealousy in friendships and relationships of any kind, whether it's siblings, relatives, family members, friends, coworkers too. Please forget it if it's happening in the workplace. But just in any case, any relationship, any friendship of any kind, jealousy is the biggest red flag. And you need to run from it. And you cannot have anyone in your life who is jealous of you. It is truly evil. I think people do really evil, bad things out of jealousy, even when they're not aware of it. It's like they can't help themselves. Like they can't help to see you win. They can't help to see you do better than them. They can't help to feel inferior to you. Like it's it's a really really scary place to be. So you cannot have someone not only in your life but in close proximity to you who is clearly jealous of you. And it's not only that someone is jealous when it's that they want what you have materialistically, externally, physically. They want your car, they want your house, they want your clothes, they want your this, they want your that, they want your money. It's not only that. The biggest, I think, jealousy, like the one that really gets to people in their soul, is when they want what you have internally. They want your light. They want your aura. They want your personality. You are who they wish they were. So it's like they want whatever you have that can't be bought, that can't be replicated, that can't be duplicated. They could buy your the same bag as you. They could buy the same clothes as you. They can copy your content online. They could do whatever you're doing on the surface. But it's the stuff beneath the surface that kills people. They want people to see them the way that people see you. They want to be the one in the spotlight. They want to be the one who, when people say, like, oh, she could light up a room, they're like, no one's ever said that about me. That those are the things that when they can't get that and it's not tangible, but you have it within you, scary. That is when it is really dangerous to have that person around, to have them in your space, in your home, around your people, around your partner. Don't let those people around your husband, because that'll be the first thing that they try to get from you. They're going to try to snatch up your man real quick. And I don't even mean like only physically and romantically. Like, it's not like, oh, your friend is going to try to get your husband to cheat on you with them, but they try to get your man to team up on you with them. They try to make those jokes. You know how I said before, they make these like sarcastic jokes that are like low key offensive, and then they like, oh, relax. Like they try to like get your man in on the joke with them at your expense. They want him to like laugh at you with them. No, that's not, we're not doing that. That's not going to happen. Make sure that your man is strong enough, ladies, to see through that, because that's the first person that they'll come for. They're like, even he gets it, even he sees it, even he agrees. Girl, you're on a team of one. You're riding solo here, okay? And when these people like really show themselves is when they're so quick to tell you the bad things that someone says about you. You ever notice that? You ever notice when a friend like numerous times tells you like bad things that someone said about you, or they're like, oh my God, did you see that comment someone left on your video? Like they have no issue pointing out negativity that was said to you or about you or whatever. And it's not in a looking out for you, having your back kind of way. It's a I can't wait to tell you what they said and humble you kind of way. Those friends who like, it's like, it feels like it's their mission to humble you. They get a rise out of telling you that people were talking bad about you. But the bigger question always has been and always will be, why was that person so comfortable telling that to you? What made that person feel like you're a safe space to shit talk me? What made them think that they could have that conversation with you? What made them think that they can confide in you to talk badly about me? And what did you say in return? What did you do in return? I've had those conversations with friends in the past where they've told me things and I'm like, and what did you say? Oh no, like I didn't really say anything. I wanted them to keep talking. I wanted to see what else they would say so I could tell you. Oh, so you didn't defend me. Got it. You didn't have my back. Got it. You didn't tell that person, whoa, you can't talk shit about my friend to me. Hello. I've done that. I've had to check people who have tried to talk shit about someone, one of my loved ones, one of my friends. And I'm like, that's my friend. Don't talk shit about my friend to me. Mm-mm. And guess what? That person was left very embarrassed. No, no, no. I swear I wasn't like trying to talk shit. I was just saying. What were you saying? So I know what type of person I would be in that situation. So now the question is, what type of person are you in that situation for them to have been able to tell you all this stuff about me? Pay attention to this happening, especially if it's a pattern. If this is a pattern, if this happens frequently, cut it. It is time to cut the cord. It is time to let that friend go. Another thing to pay attention to, another pattern that you might notice, is when they are most supportive of you. You ever notice that you have friends who may be the most supportive of you when you're going through a hard time? They're supportive of you when you're struggling, going through a low point. But where are they when you're going through a high? You're having a high, you're succeeding, you're winning. They're nowhere to be found. They have so much to say. They're so supportive when you're in pain and hurting. But strangely, they are very quiet when you're winning and happy. Or when they do have something to say, when you're winning and happy, it's one upping you. Maybe they're not directly saying, anything you could do, I could do better. Like they might not be like that. Like, oh, you did that. Well, I did it better than you. I did it for it might not be that direct. Again, it's the subliminal undercover things. This is a secret, right? It's not a direct hatred. But so it might not be that like upfront, but it's like as soon as you have good news to share, so do they. Oh my God, me too. Oh my God, I've been meaning to tell you. Oh, I forgot to tell you. They can never just let the moment be about you. Your engagement, your graduation, your wedding, your baby, your pregnancy, your raise at work, your promotion at work, like the new business that you're opening, whatever it is, anything. It could be the smallest things. It doesn't even have to be those big moments in life. It could be the smallest thing. I lost a few pounds. I've been committed to my diet. I've been committed to my fitness, whatever the case is. I'm doing well. That moment is about you and you alone. It does not have to be about anybody else, and you do not have to share that moment with anybody else. But they'll try. They will never let the moment be about you for too long. So pay attention to that and understand, you know what? I'm done. You don't need to share your losses with anybody that you cannot share your wins with. If I cannot celebrate my wins with you, I am not discussing my losses with you. Point blank, period. Why would you get that satisfaction? You should not be sharing your struggles with the people that you cannot share your celebrations with. Point blank, period. If they won't be happy for you and with you when you're happy, then they don't deserve to know when you're sad. They should feel your pain with you and feel your happiness with you, not thrive off of your pain and be gone when you're happy. Like I said, I could share a little bit of a story time. I did have friends like this back in the day. And I think that this is like growing pains, trial and error. I feel like every girl has gone through that when they're younger. I haven't been friends with these people in many years. Like they did not come into, my later 20s with me. They've been far gone. They're not invited to my wedding. They're not my friends. Like when I talk about shitty friends, trust me, I had them and I cut them loose. I let them go no matter how close I thought I was with them. You want to know how close I thought I was with them? Both of these people I have matching tattoos with. Don't get the matching tattoos with your friends. Don't get them with your boyfriends either. Both of these girls that I'm going to talk about right now, I have matching tattoos with. But luckily, they were like general enough. Like I didn't have to get them covered. It's not that serious. Like it's not like, oh my God. I mean, granted, I actually regret a lot of my tattoos. I just said that in a TikTok, especially like having the ones on my arms. None of the ones on my arms are matching with anyone. The ones that are matching with people, you cannot see. They're completely hidden in my body. So I really don't care. But sure, I would love to get them removed, but I would especially love to get my arms removed. I'm in a phase where it's like now I'm 30, I'm getting married, I'm going to be in a wedding dress, and you're going to see my tattoos in my arms. I'm not happy about that. I kind of like now I'm going to be telling that to my kids. And I'm going to sound like my parents did because I didn't listen. And when I was a teenager, you couldn't tell me anything. Young 20s, nothing. Like I actually wanted a sleeve. Can you imagine? I wanted a sleeve. So that's why I started with the arms. Luckily, I did back out of that. I started with the arms and I was like, yeah, I'm going to fill up my arm. I'm going to do a sleeve. But then I decided not to do the sleeve. And then I did. I wanted like it to be like symmetric. So I wanted both of my arms to have tattoos in the same spots. So like whatever, they're pretty and they're cute and they're kind of dainty and small. But like now I'm like, damn, I wish I never got tattoos at all. I wish I kept my body completely clean. And I will be, I'm going to have to be way tougher on my kids than my parents were because my mom came with me in my first tattoo appointment. I mean, I was 18, so I was legal. I guess she couldn't necessarily tell me no. So it was better to like support than not. But she really didn't tell me no at all. With my kids, I'm going to be like, absolutely the fuck not. And I'm going to cause havoc in the tattoo salon. Absolutely not. So anyway, yeah, I do have matching tattoos with these girls that I'm no longer friends with. Love that for me. But again, they're hidden on my body, so you can't see them. They're general enough that I have more meanings to them than aside from them being matching with these people. But that's how close I thought it was with these people. That's how much I thought we were going to be like best friends forever. And I still had the power and the strength to cut that, let them go. Goodbye. Good riddance. And these friends, like, they just hated seeing me do anything big, anything without them. Growing, moving forward, they were clearly stuck in the same place. They were clearly stuck in the same mindset. Even if like they were doing well for themselves, like they never, I don't know, insecure, whatever the case was. I actually remember one of them constantly telling me that I had no like that we were only each other's friend. Like that was like a thing. Like, oh, you're not allowed to have best friends. You know, like that saying that's like when you hear my best when you hear your best friend call someone else their best friend too. And it's like kind of a joke, you know, it's like people who are normal and just like making jokes and it's like a meme like online or whatever. But no, like one of them, she was the type who would constantly tell me, we both have no friends outside of each other. And I'm like, I have a lot of friends. I'm literally to this day, 30 years old, still best friends with my best friends since high school. I'm like, why are you constantly telling me we only have each other? We have no friends. I literally have friends. Like, I was her only friend. So I think she was trying to gaslight me into being closer with her and her being my only friend. I invited her to be around my friends all the time. She didn't want to. She didn't like being around my other friends. She didn't like me having other friends. It was like the weirdest thing. And when it was just us and she was like great, like, and then I'm with my friends. My friends were like, she's so cold. Like, I hate when you bring her around. She's so not friendly. And I'm like, oh, she's just shy. No, she's not shy. She hates that you guys are my friends. She hates that she's not my only friend. Scary, very scary. But then the other one had a big insecurity when it came to like money and success. Because she lacked that. And that's a big reason why these secret haters even exist at all. It's because it's a projection of their own insecurities. They feel safer when you play small with them. If you grow too far, then you'll leave them behind and they'll feel inferior, like I said. And that's like the word, talk about an ego hit, you know? And I had a friend, you know, like I said, I had a friend, matching tattoo, like this, where when we became friends, we were really young. And you know, we were both the type who we didn't come from money. Like we actually worked. Like all of our friends had debit cards that their parents would put money into their bank accounts. Oh, here you go, whatever. Like we didn't have that. So we worked for our money even in high school, you know, even whether it was waitressing or working retail. I worked at the doctor's office with my mom and my grandma, like whatever we could do to get, you know, 50 bucks, you know. So that's how our lives were when we started being friends. And then we were friends for years. And then over the course of, you know, years and me getting older, like when I started to do social media, really, I started making money. I started growing a following. I started getting opportunities. Like just my life changed. However, I didn't change as a person. I mean, I would consider myself to be pretty damn humble. And she would constantly make comments to me when I wasn't even saying anything, like to her about money or success or growing. Like I wasn't the type of person to be like, you know how many followers I have? Like I've never been like that. But I got some cool opportunities and that would drive her crazy. And I remember when I got invited to a Revolve event. It was something really cool, Revolve around the world. It was a few days in New York City, and I had a plus one, and I invited her to come be my plus one. Now, keep in mind, like, this is someone I considered a best friend. This is someone I have a matching tattoo with. I'm accomplishing something really cool. I'm really excited about this. This is my first time getting this kind of opportunity, and I'm wanting to share this moment with her. I'm accomplishing something huge. I'm excited. This is big for me. And I'm offering to extend that with her. I'm wanting to include her, share that with her, have her come with me to this event. And her very first response back was, "What? How'd you even get invited to that?" Not, "Oh my God, I would love to come. Oh my God, how cool. Oh my God, thank you for asking me. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Oh my God, congratulations. Oh my God, you've been working so hard. I'm so happy for you. You deserve this." No, God, none of that. Like, I mean, I just like replayed them back in my head. Like, there was never a moment of like, "Congrats, I'm excited for you. I'm happy for you. You deserve it." No, just, "What? How did you even get invited to that?" I was like, "What?" Like, that's your response? Like, that would never be me. If that was my friend, I'd be like, "Time, place, outfits, what are we wearing? When?" Like, congrats, let's start there. And no, she didn't end up coming with me. But guess who did come with me? The other friend that I had a matching tattoo with who made the experience miserable for me. She was even worse of an option to bring. She was the one who constantly was talking about me having other friends or not having other friends, whatever the case was. Like, this is the friend who kept telling me, like, we're each other's only friend, which we were not. And I'm also such a personable person. Like I said, like, my friends would always say, "She's so cold," whatever. And I would excuse her as being shy. But the reality is, she's just not a people person. Like, she just is not. She's very cold and not very friendly. And I could talk to a brick wall. Like, and so when we went to the event, she was mad at me for talking to other people. Keep in mind, this is a networking event. I'm at a Revolve influencer content creator networking event with hundreds of other influencers. She spent about an hour of the event on a phone call in the corner, like dismissed herself, wasn't like, "Oh my God, excuse me, I'm so sorry, be right back." Took a phone call. Quite frankly, I think she made the phone call, went into the corner for an hour. Okay, I didn't go follow her. I went with the girls I was meeting and whatever, and we were taking photos and having fun and whatever. And like, she brought up, "You didn't take any pictures with me. You taking pictures with them." I mean, what would you like me to do? You were gone. Like, I'm immersing myself in this experience that I was given. Like, you know, um, she just kept saying like, "Oh, this is so, I'm so alone." And mind you, I kept introducing her to people, and she was so rude. Every time I introduced her to someone, she was very cold. And honestly, I was embarrassed because it made me look bad. Because, like, you're trying to like connect with these people, like you want to get in with these people. I want to be invited to more Revolve things. I wanted to be thought of, like I wanted to leave a good impression. Nope, that was simply not an option. And it was a few different events. Like, it was like a couple of days, and it was a couple of events within those days, and she only came to the very first one with me. Like, this one that I'm talking about, she came to. And then there was like an event that night, and then the next day and the next night she didn't come to anything else. She was literally angry at me for not giving her more attention, so she didn't come to the event at night. And I was upset because the event at night was like at a club. I didn't want to go alone. So I was like, "Damn, this really sucks." Meanwhile, I went and had the best time because I saw all the people that I saw during the day. Everyone's like, "Oh, where's your friend? You came alone?" I'm like, "Yeah, whatever." They were like, "Oh, thank God." Like, she was weighing you down. Like, I was having so much fun. Like, she was so uncomfortable. Like, whatever. Like, I was like, "Oh my God, really?" Like, I was so she was my friend. So I just like, I didn't see her in that way. It took many, many, many experiences like that for me to see her though for what she really was. And keep in mind, like the people that I met at this event, I'm still friends with to this day. That was 7 years ago. It was 2018. I met a bunch of people. We're still friends. We still talk. I mean, we haven't seen each other all that much, but we connect on social media. We respond to each other. Like, we are definitely still friends. We text every now and then. A couple of them I had seen like over the years, whether we grabbed lunch once or twice, but like whatever, like nothing serious. But my point is, going alone and like connecting and actually talking to people, networking, that was the whole fucking point. So let this be your sign. Ditch your hater friends who make your experiences miserable, who take away fun from you, and go alone and go make new friends because they're right around the corner. Literally right around the corner. So those were those two girls that I was previously friends with that I thankfully am no longer friends with. Um, but I want to go back to how I mentioned earlier the backhanded compliments. I said like that's a big thing to pay attention to. Backhanded compliments are a very big thing to pay attention to, and they're a very big lesson that I teach in coaching. When I have a client, I'm always bringing that up. It's important to be alert and to be aware, pay attention, notice it, and be able to call it out on the spot. What did you mean by that? How did you want me to take that? What was the goal there? What were your intentions with that comment? Like, call that shit out. Do not be afraid. Don't be scared. They're not scared to talk shit to you. So, talk that shit right back. I have always been team make people feel even more stupid than they tried to make you feel. Point blank. You want to one up me with your other shit, then I'll up one you with feeling stupid. Up one up, whatever it is. If you want to one up me with my successes and all that, I will one up you with feeling dumb. You tried, but I succeeded. So now what? You tried to make me feel dumb. I did make you feel dumb. That's the difference between me and you. Because what was your goal with that backhanded compliment? What were you trying to get out of it? Explain. Explain. Make them explain. Make them feel stupid. They tried to make you feel stupid, so give it right back. Might not be the most mature advice, but quite frankly, I don't care. Treat people how you want to be treated. If that's how you're going to treat me, I'll treat you the same way right back. I cannot stress this. I cannot stress how important it is to catch it in action. Be aware of it and then do something about it. Because the thing is, you might notice it, but you might think I'm being crazy. Like, am I crazy? Like, you start to second guess, like, am I crazy? Or is this actually happening? Like, is she actually doing this? Is she constantly shading me? Is she constantly trying to make me feel a certain way? Or is it me? Like, am I asking for too much? Am I expecting too much out of this person? Or is it true that she's just really unsupportive? It's true. You're not crazy. You feel that feeling for a reason. Your intuition is telling you, it is screaming it at you. So listen to it. And from there, like I said, you can do something about it. One, you could start to set boundaries and just limit what you share with this person, especially important things. Do not hand them your parade knowing that they're just going to rain on it. Two, you can shift your expectations from this person and you can drop your expectations altogether on this person and you could start to realize they will never be the friend that you need them to be. And it's just that simple. And then you could like reorganize the friendship. You know how there's like levels, it's like acquaintances, friend, close friend, best friend, like take them from best friend all the way down to an acquaintance, like just drop the expectations altogether. Three, you can have an honest, direct conversation about it, but I only recommend doing that if you truly value this friendship and if you truly see this working out long term. If you could see this person being your friend forever and you want to work things out with them because maybe they weren't always like this, maybe this is like a new thing. And you're like, I don't know what happened, but like, I believe that there's hope for this friendship. I want to get our friendship back to where it was. Like, and then you could have that conversation. Truthfully, I I don't know. Like I said, like a jealous person rarely ever would admit that they're jealous. They would rarely ever say, "You're right, I'm jealous of you." I think most likely if you tried to have a conversation, they would be defensive and it wouldn't go that well. And I think, doing the other things or the other options of just like removing yourself is better, reorganizing them, putting them in a new bucket, a new tier of friendship is better. However, there is also the chance and there is the possibility that they could turn around and say, like, you're right. And the truth is, I've been going through a hard time. And instead of expressing that and talking about it, I'm taking it out on you. And I'm sorry, I have not been myself. I've been struggling, and seeing you succeed is hard for me. It's not that I'm jealous, but it's that I'm very insecure right now and I don't feel like myself and I'm taking it out on you. I'm going through a rough time and I'm sorry. I've actually had to have that conversation with someone once before. So it is possible because I actually have had someone say to me, like, I've been acting that way toward you and I've been treating you that way because I was in a very toxic relationship and it was killing me. And you know what? Like, this is why the company you keep is so important, because if you have a toxic relationship or you have something or someone in your life who is like beating you down and making you feel like shit, you might take it out on the people who are there for you and who are really good to you. So it is possible because I kind of forgot that I actually had that conversation with somebody. I've dealt with a lot of jealousy in my life, as you could tell. Then the fourth option, which I think is probably your best bet, it's the hardest, but probably the best, is to skip everything altogether, recognize that you don't deserve to be treated like this and you don't deserve to have someone like this in your life, and just distance yourself entirely. Just remove yourself entirely because sometimes that is the healthiest and best choice. The healthiest thing to do and the best thing to do sometimes is just to let go, even if it's hard. Because as we all know, sometimes the hardest thing to do is the right thing to do, and sometimes that's just what you have to do, is to just let go. And you will lose friendships that way, but I don't think that you're going to lose anything worth keeping. I've lost many friends along the way. Well, I say friends in, quotes, because they weren't good friends. And getting them out of my lives, getting them out of my life and getting out of their lives, best thing I could have done. Because why should I feel like shit around my own friends? Why should I feel uncomfortable around friends who try to embarrass me in front of other people, try to put me down, try to keep me in some small box, want me to play small, are triggered by me doing well? Why would I want that in my life? Why would I want people who are trying to control me? You're not my parent. Like I said, my mother came with me for my tattoo on my 18th birthday. So even my own parents didn't try to control me. You're not God. You're nobody to me to have that authority over me in my life. So that's really that. The overall lesson is that we will go through lots of friends in our lives. Some are here for a season, some are here to teach us a lesson, and some are here for life. And even the people that are here for life, you'll go through ups and downs with, and that's okay. But you're going to learn that not everyone is genuine. Not everyone is going to be happy for you, and not everyone is going to clap for you. And sometimes you're going to have people who are clapping for you that aren't actually happy for you at all. And those are the scariest people to keep around. So remove them from your life. And most importantly, pay attention to the people who are genuine, who are genuinely happy for you, who are genuinely clapping for you, and then are also genuinely there for you when shit gets hard too. Find those people who will be there through the good and the bad equally. I don't care if it's one person, I don't care if it's two, I don't care how small your circle is. You deserve to have true supporters in your life and people who want to see you win. Keep them close. And if this episode triggered anything and made you think of someone, if it reminded you of someone, if it's ringing any bells, that should tell you everything you need to know. And if you need any advice on this topic or really any other topic, anything that you have going on for a potential upcoming Dear Victoria segment, email me. My email is victoria.forthegirlspodcast@gmail.com. Make the subject line Dear Victoria. And then you could share your situation with me, whether it's about friends, a lover, a situationship, whatever you got going on. And if it's a good fit for the show, it will be featured in an upcoming episode. And if you have not yet left a rating or review or a comment on the show, I kindly ask that you please do that today. It would mean the world to me. And that is all that we have for today. Thank you, girls, so much for listening. Until next time, girls.